My name's Bhavesh Vagela. I'm the CEO of PayWizard. So at PayWizard, we've been helping operators both in the UK and globally for the last 18 years manage their subscribers. So everything to do with how do you acquire a customer through to retaining them and growing them and reducing churn. So in terms of market trends, what we see over the next 12 months is a dramatic shift from what has been a very content-centric market into a much more customer-centric market. A couple of years ago, it was all about making sure you've got the right piece of content to drive customers to sign up to your service. What we find, because of the huge growth in OTT and the amount of competition out there, the fight for consumers and your share of wallet is increasing quite dramatically. So the reality is now, for an operator, it's really about how do I keep my customer as loyal as possible to that service. And that really is shifting away from just making sure you've got the best piece of content because that will get my customer to sign up, into something that is much broader, much beyond that, which is how do I keep my customer loyal for longer. So we've just released some research at the start of the year where we looked at 6,000 people in 6 countries. So we surveyed consumers in the UK, in the US, in Germany, in Brazil, Singapore and Australia. And it was really quite interesting to see kind of the trends year on year. What is pretty obvious, and the figures show this, is that OTT is booming. We also see that there is a huge trend towards consumers having more than one subscription. But the key challenge here is churn. We know churn is much higher in OTT generally, and actually the research proved that 50% of people are more than likely to cancel within 6 months of signing up. So when we look at the reasons why people cancel or they sign up to a service in the first place, again, it's relatively straightforward and pretty obvious. The reasons why people sign up typically tend to be good content at good value for money. And actually that also turns out to the reasons why people cancel, because they finish watching what they wanted to watch and therefore it becomes very expensive. What we saw in the latest research is a big shift, which is the idea of a personalized customer experience becomes a critical factor for staying with the service or signing up to a service in the first place. And when you delve into those numbers a little bit deeper, what it tells you is that globally 4 in 5 of us would cancel a service because of a poor experience. Now there is a difference between would cancel and actually cancel. So when we looked at that in a little bit more detail, it was very interesting to see that actually 1 in 4, so 25% of people, consumers, actually cancel their service because of a poor experience. My one big message is this is the year to love your subscribers. The idea of managing your subscribers across the entire customer journey has to be pretty critical for the success of many operators out there today.